LLMs behave like pre-AGI, but they are very far from it. We need something radically new as an algo. Massive datasets and expensive training do not resemble how human brain works and consciousness emerges. There are fine books articles by Giulio Tononi, Christoph Koch, and others that deal with the fundamentals of computation, neural nets behavior, emergence of consciousness from matter, and more. The outside world and the nature of reality cannot be experienced by heavily moderated, curated, hopefully datasets from Wikipedia, Twitter corpus. It's hopelessly one-dimensional training. We are getting fooled like the Google employee who got fired. I'm not a speciesist. I believe that the medium for intelligence is not necessarily biological, but we haven't cracked that yet. How imagination, consciousness, feelings, and awareness emerge from matter is not yet clear. Having said that, it doesn't mean that the current, explosive state of affairs won't affect job market or society. We are in the beginning of an S-wave, at least in the industrialized world. I strongly believe that in the next 2 to 3 decades a breakthrough in AI will happen. That's what we need, not larger GPU farms. And now I'm going back to auto and some prompt engineering. Does AGI consciousness in your opinion? You kind of imply in this post that you yourself know how consciousness emerges, which is a pretty wild claim to make. Also, as others have pointed out, AGI does not need to be conscious to be AGI. Furthermore, when that day comes, it may open the door to viewing consciousness in an entirely new way anyhow. But does it really matter for society? 0.95 of musicians, as an example, do not invent new music genres or engage in highly creative work efforts. Nary AI can kill all their jobs. That principle applies to all professions. We don't need AGI to put most people out of a job. I guess down the line, that is also true for data science. AGI doesn't mean consciousness. It means that it has the same abilities that a human has to solve problems, and in many niches, current LLMs are as good if not better than humans. See this car here? I know you might think that it functions like a car. It looks like a car. It does everything you would expect of a car, but it's not. See, someone had to combine all of this stuff together to make you think that. Just because it has an engine, a chassis, wheels, and so on, doesn't make it a car. It didn't naturally just happen, and it's just a Frankenstein's monster of parts. See where I'm going with this? Your post history makes me suspicious that you're not as advanced as you think. We don't even know what consciousness is. We can't measure it. So yeah, we won't know if AGI is conscious or not if we don't advance a lot. The definition of AGI has nothing to do with conscious, and that's what you people keep failing to understand. Consciousness is not IMO required for AGI at all. It seems I was wrong about some things I said. Point 1. AGI does not necessarily mean consciousness in the first place. 2. Training on large datasets might do the AGI trick indeed. Not mutually exclusive to a different algo. 3. Brain inner workings do not necessarily represent the only way. Thank you for your comments. People without eyes can't see. What's your point? The requirement for an eye to have thoughts seems a bit inappropriate. After all, many would identify thoughts with an organic substance. You could say that the AI generating the answer to your prompt is a thinking. I think that instead of saying an eye needs to thoughts to be conscious, it would make more sense to say it should be able to express unique, creative, and/or independent ideas. The key is that computers don't actually know or understand anything. Computers compute. The knowing and understanding comes through consciousness, which computers definitely do not have. I don't think consciousness arises from matter, but consciousness is connected to matter. See. Will never fly because birds flap their wings. Found Op's great-grandfather's attempt at flying.